Welcome to John's Maths Book. Hi, I'm John, and today we're going to be looking at subtracting one fraction from another. Before we do that, we're going to be looking at what a fraction is and its constituent parts. So I've just written a fraction here of 2 divided by 3, and the 2 represents what we call the numerator, and the 3 represents what we call the denominator. So now we understand the numerator and the denominator, let's look at two different types of fractions. So a proper fraction is where the numerator, which in this case is 2, is less than the denominator, which in this case is 3. An improper fraction is where the numerator, which in this case is 3, is greater than the denominator. Let's look at how we go about subtracting fractions. So let's subtract a quarter from a third. So that's 1/3 minus a quarter. The way we now do this is to find, first of all, the denominator of the new fraction. Now that's known as the common denominator. The way we can do this is to multiply the denominators of the two fractions together. So in our case, it would be 3 times 4, which would equal 12. So the common denominator is 12. So that would be the denominator of the new fraction. So let's put a fraction bar in there and write in the value of 12. So let's look at the numerator of the new fraction now. And to get that, we divide each of the denominators of these two fractions into the common denominator and then multiply it by its numerator. So for the first fraction of a third, we divide 3 into 12, which gives 4. And then we multiply it by its numerator, which is 1. And then minus 4 into 12 goes 3 times, multiplied by 1. And let's expand that out. So we get 4 times 1 is 4 minus 3 divided by 12. And that is 1/12. For exercise number 1, let's try 3/4 minus 1/5. So pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct answer. So hopefully you've got the correct answer. So first of all, we need to find the common denominator, which in this case is 4 times 5, which is 20 times 5, which equals 20. And then we divide the denominators of each of the fractions into the common denominator and multiply it by the numerator of each of the individual fractions. So 4 into 20 goes 5 times, multiplied by 3. So that's 5 times 3 minus 5 into 20 goes 4 times, multiplied by 1. So that's 4 times 1. So that gives 15 minus 4 divided by 20. So 15 minus 4. So 15 minus 4 is 11 divided by 20. For exercise number 2, let's try 1/6 minus 1/7. Pause the video now and see if you can work out the right answer. First of all, we need to find the common denominator. So let's put a fraction bar there. And the common denominator in this case is 6 times 7, which is 42. So now let's find the numerator of the subtracted fractions. So to do that, we divide 6 into 42, which is 7, and we multiply it by 1. So it's 7 times 1 minus, and then 7 into 42 goes 6 times, multiplied by 1. So it'll be 6 times 1. So expand that out, we get 7 minus 6 divided by 42. 7 minus 6 is 1 divided by 42. For exercise number 3, let's try 2/9 minus 1/7. So pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct answer. So first of all, we have to find the common denominator. So in this case, it's 9 times 7, which gives us 63. And now we need to work out what the numerator is. So to do that, we divide 9 into 63, which goes 7 times and multiplied by 2. So 7 times 2 minus 7 goes into 63 9 times, and then we multiply that by 1, and we expand these out. So 7 times 2 is 14 minus 9 times 1 is 9 divided by 63, and that equals 14 minus 9 gives 5, and that's divided by 63. So for exercise number 4, let's try 2/5 minus 2/7. Pause the video now and see if you can work out the correct answer. So let's look at the common denominator first. And in this case, it's 5 times 7, which is 35. So let's write that in. And then divide each of the denominators into the common denominator and multiply by the numerator. So it's 5 into 35 goes 7 times multiplied by 2. 7 times 2. And 7 into 35 goes 5 times multiplied by 2. So minus 5 times 2. And if we work that out, we get 7 times 2 is 14, minus 5 times 2 is 10, divided by 35. And that gives us 14 minus 10, which is 4, divided by 35. That concludes this video on subtracting fractions. If you like these videos, then please share, like, and subscribe, and leave some comments.